Are we good? Do we balance? We're okay? Ready? Cut. Let's go. Lights, camera, action. So I want to do a quick update here with y'all. That will be edited. So the case about Kiely Rodni, I've been following it pretty closely, and we've come across some pretty crazy footage, and I just had to share these California wildfire cameras from Alert Wildfire site, where the cameras that are installed in order to watch over the area for wildfires. Well, it also captured some footage from the party on August 5th, August 6th in the Boca Reservoir area. So if you're interested in seeing this new captured footage of Kiely Rodni's vehicle and more of what happened, stay tuned. So for those of you that are following the case, Kiely Rodni, I have got a crazy update. So these cameras are set up in and around the area in order to alert to any wildfires so that you can get a handle on it pretty quickly instead of it spreading and wreaking havoc and natural disaster form, right? So there's a couple of cameras that are set up in this area, and it just so happened that on August 5th and August 6th, the party at that Boca Reservoir was caught on camera. I'm going to show you some footage of what the camera caught. Now, let's remember that on the first video, we discussed the fact that when the car was pulled out of the water, the front windows were both down. One was broken, the other one was down. So you can very clearly see a set of headlights in that gravel, sandy pit type area that leads down into the water. You can very clearly see the headlights, and yes, you cannot fully see what kind of vehicle it is, but based on the timestamp of the situation that happened and the timeline of the text messages from Kiely's last communications, you can sort of piece these things together. Now, a lot of people are like, okay, why was the footage removed? Why is California withholding this? How come we've all been blocked from being able to see this? Thankfully, I've been able to gather some footage myself, but the reason that they have pulled this, in my opinion, and I mean, yes, there is some discussion that there may be some corruption and stuff, and at this point, we really don't know. That's a straight up guess. So what I'm thinking is that because this is an ongoing investigation, this isn't something that they want the public to be doing. And it is great that the public found this information and was sort of bringing it to light. And it's unfortunate that, that the investigation isn't going in that route where they're proactively looking to solve this, it looks like. So it is alleged from many people in the public that they think that there might be some sort of conspiracy here. I'm not sure if that's correct, more so as, like I said, they don't want the public to be doing this investigation, and therefore, public justice and things like that to some people who are involved. Like, they do have access to a lot more information than we do, and they can get access to the data and text messages and recordings from the phones of the people that were involved. Yes, it would take a lot of legwork and a lot of paperwork filing and a lot of cooperation and stuff, but that's how you weed out who's honest and who's dishonest. So I think we shouldn't rush into, oh, this is a conspiracy. More so as this is clearly an ongoing investigation. This crime literally just happened, 2 months ago. So we really need to give them some time. And I understand, if you found some information that's going to be helpful to the case and stuff, and you submit that to the officers and nobody does anything about that, yeah, totally. I would be wanting to blow the whistle a little bit on that too, as per Steve saying that from the SF investigations saying, like, I'm going to blow the whole lid on this if someone doesn't come forward. Just give them some time first in order to align all of their evidence and do things properly. I understand where the public is coming from because of her vehicle being so close to shore and there being an underwater search party that didn't find her, and she wasn't under very much water, and she was left there for over 2 weeks. So it would be an unfortunate situation to find out if there was corruption and they did see that vehicle and they did find it and they didn't do anything about it. But we don't want to get too far off into what ifs land, right? Because that's really what that is what if this, what if that. But let's see how their investigation proceeds. Let's inquire about public documented information. Let's see what we can get our hands on in order to verify this case. But as people who've been on my channel, as you guys know, we don't always even get all the information. Look at the Chris Watts case, for crying out loud. Like, we barely got a tidbit of the disclosed to the public information and stuff. Like, there was so much information that was withheld that it did look a little weird. Hopefully we're not dealing with another one of those kinds of situations for Kiely Rodni. We are talking about a completely different area. But I find it pretty suspicious that there was quite a few vehicles in and around that area that I believe very well could have seen and heard the situation that was happening with Kiely. Let's not forget that, like I said, her windows were down and she knew that area very well. Her vehicle literally went down in a minute, and that just proves the fact that those windows were down, because it takes a vehicle quite a bit of time to actually go under the water. If those windows are rolled up, you do have a little bit of time. We also still don't have an autopsy report, so we don't know what condition she was in and whether she was with us before going into that water or not, and what was maybe in her system. Those are some big questions that I still have. Just want to encourage the masses of the public to just be open-minded to the fact that this whole thing just happened. So yeah, if you're someone who found something that is good, could be very useful to officers and stuff, I would send that over to them and allow them to do the proper investigation into those things and stuff. I mean, it's not our job, but I mean, if they're not going to do their job properly and the public can see that, we have every right to sort of call that out as well. So that's that freedom of speech. We don't like to see somebody not have the justice that they deserve, especially someone who is 16 years old with her whole life ahead of her. Finding CCTV, wildfire footage is phenomenal. And, the AWP finding the vehicle, also phenomenal. Whether or not there's something shady going on, I think we need to give it a little bit more time and see how they handle the rest of this investigation. That being said, I understand where people are coming from, because thus far, it hasn't looked like they've made a whole lot of effort in the situation. And on top of it, when they flipped the car and brought it out, they didn't check to see if anything had fallen out. And so a kayaker in the area came around and ended up finding all of her belongings on the bottom of the lake there, not far from where the vehicle had been found. Those items were Kiely's. So there has been several instances where the ball has kind of been dropped, and I'm hoping that that's not going to be the finale in this situation, and that there really is going to be some good police work happening, some good investigations happening, and some justice for Kiely. She didn't deserve, you know, what happened, and far too young to not be with us. So I'd love to know your thoughts. I understand if you do have a different perspective and theory based on what you've seen investigation wise, and I accept that. You know, please share it. I also accept the other end of the spectrum as well. So please feel comfortable to share your thoughts in the comment section. I do respond to all of you, so it's you know, it's nice to be interactive with each other and discuss these cases and bring light to, you know, to the situation. And hey, maybe this will help for the investigation to be done more in an upright fashion, because the masses of the public are really watching. I think we're really just going to have to give it a little bit more time, but I cannot wait to hear what some of you guys have to say as well. So if you enjoyed this video update, please give it a like and consider subscribing. Hit that subscribe button. It's right down there. It's right there. And yeah, I'll see you guys again soon for another true story with me, Sherry Weens. You guys stay safe out there. Don't forget, drink lots of water. Bye for now.